This is the first 48. Phillyfirst48. We got my man Jonesy in the building. My boy, you know what I'm saying? He just dropped some shit. And you know what I mean?
I just dropped What Up Jonesy, man. It's little 6-record EP.
Right.
It's fire. Super
right.
fire.
Right. So Jonesy, we're gonna start from the beginning. You ready?
I'm ready.
Where did you get the name D Jones from?
That's my government.
Hmm?
That's my government.
That's
I
your
couldn't
government.
think of a rap name. Like, you know how you be like, niggas had their rap names, they cool rap names.
Right.
I couldn't think of nothing cool like to be. So I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna be me.
Right. Right.
That was the easiest thing I could be. I broke the government down and just ran with that.
Right. Right. So when did D Jones start taking rap serious?
Real shit. Whenever Headshot 1 came up. I was,
we gonna get there.
On my way, everybody had a rap. Cause we had like old head rappers. We had like a rap group from my hood. So everybody was always into rap. So you always had rap, but I ain't know that like the potential of rap or the potential of what I could do or where it might could take you until like Headshot 1. Before that, it was playing roughhouse. Like you ain't thinking you gonna make it to the league playing roughhouse. Right.
So, like, and we definitely gonna ask you where you from. I know where you from. Like, you know, it's an audience that don't know a lot about D Jones, and we're gonna definitely clarify a lot.
Let's figure it all out. We're gonna figure it all out tonight,
bro. Yeah. Well, first we're gonna ask you like where you from. What part of the city is D Jones from?
Jonesy from North.
What side
of North? I'm from Delhi and Dolphin. I'm from Dolphin Street.
And that's where Joey Jihad is from too. So when did you and Joey Jihad link? Like when was
that was my man like as kids. We always been friends. I don't remember not knowing that on that note.
Right. So you you know what I mean, you linking, so you know, so did y'all start a group like right off or
no?
Okay.
Joe was rapping, and it was like Joe and some other guys from around the way was a group, and me, Young Rome, and Rock was a group. And then Rome signed the Takedown. Rock kind of like fell back from rap, so then that's when I started rapping with Joe. And then it just started going from there.
That's hard.
But at the same time, like the niggas he was rapping with stopped rapping.
Right.
One nigga just stopped rapping. And the other nigga, he got into some other shit. Like, and that was the end of that.
Right.
We just started rapping together.
Right. So y'all was killing shit. So when did the young Bob? When did y'all meet Bob? Like when did that shit come? When did Headshots come in play?
Meek and Joe was supposed to battle.
Elaborate on that.
Huh?
I said elaborate on that.
Club Flow was popping. All the hot rappers trying to get lit was down there. Meek and them was down there doing, the Bloodhounds was down there. We was in the building. You know how that go. At that time, it was like, well, he hot, I'm hot. We gonna get at it. All right, bet. Bob curved it. Like, no, we ain't doing it. It was really supposed to be like the whole go-getters, me, Rico, Rico, and Joe against the Bloodhounds. And at that time, that Pooh wasn't really rapping at the time. So it was just them three. And then Bob curved it. Like, no, we ain't doing that. We're going to be on some one gang shit.
Right. Yeah. That's hard. Didn't know that.
That's hard. That's why that shit came together like that.
Right. See, a lot of people don't know different things like that. So, all right. So y'all got Headshots popping. Y'all repping Headshots. We got this shit popping, Bob and Bam. Shout out to them niggas. What did I don't know. Was it the during what time did you had the altercation with Top Choppers and shit? Was that during the head time? Was that before headshots
No,
and
that
all
was
that?
all around the same time.
Okay, okay, okay.
All around the time that shit was going up, that kind of shit was happening.
Mm, mm, yeah.
That
So
was the lighter of the situations that, like, it was a lot of other shit that happened that I thought motherfuckers would have made, like, bigger. I don't know if it was the fact that it was me that, like, yo, Jonesy got caught lagging. But I looked at that situation like, it wasn't what niggas made it to be to me.
well, elaborate. Let's talk about it. Elaborate on it, if you mind.
I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't. I didn't feel like it was like one of them moments where it was like, oh, but it was the first time of shit like that happening. It was the
Mm-hmm.
beginning of the social area,
Right.
social media time. It was the beginning of the niggas really going on YouTube and looking up anything. And for that to happen to a nigga that was like, we was dumb niggas at the time. So it was like, oh shit. But ain't nothing happened. Like,
Right.
it was just a funny situation.
Right. So you kill it. I remember, just remember it. Like, you killing shit. The one of your signature drones was the big dog yard and shit. Like, how did that come in play? Like, how did that rap come in play? Right? Or how did that, that day was?
Mind you, I tell you, I wasn't taking rap super serious until after that. And this is why. I rap for a lot of DVDs, niggas didn't put my shit on. I'm like, man, fuck that shit. Maybe they ain't fucking with my shit. Bob, like, Joe rap for Bob. Bob, like, yo, you rapped the rap the other night. I was fucking with it. Say it again. At the time, none of my raps was whole raps. Everything was 8 bars, 4 bars, 6 bars. So that's what that is. That's a bunch of different raps. I just somehow put it together. And that shit really, like, it just came out history. As you see, that's the only rap I had on Headshot One. I don't had no more raps for Bob at the time. Like,
that shit was hard, man. I can just remember being a young boy and shit, and just looking at that. And, that was one of my favorite parts. Like, let's, don't skip that, because when we had the DVDs and shit, like whatever the case may be.
so we was really like young rock stars.
For sure. That shit was definitely flames, man. He said niggas had
Niggas
ringtones.
definitely had his ringtones, Bob.
Real shit. That shit was it. That shit was something crazy, man. How did you feel? Like, y'all buzzing, y'all linked with me, y'all got headshots popping, y'all burning every fucking DVD down at the time and shit. You starting to, get your shine. People starting to know D Jones and shit. How did you feel when a nigga from your team like got shot? How do you feel like had you getting punched on camera? How did that affect Jones?
That was you gotta remember, outside of music, that's my man.
Yeah.
And outside of music, that had like street shit going on, so it was an awkward time. It made a lot of shit, like, me and Joe wasn't quite seeing, like, we wasn't eye all the way, but it was like a real awkward time. And the fact that motherfuckers was putting me there made it even nutty. Like,
right.
yeah, I didn't watch that shit for a long time. Like, I never really like watched that shit for a long time. That shit was over and past, but that shit was like, nigga, where I'm from, a lot of shit happened. Niggas get punched, niggas get shot,
For
niggas
sure.
get mad. So it was more the fact of, damn, they put that shit on camera? That's new. What the fuck is that about? Like that, none of that shit was happening. A lot of the shit that motherfuckers is saying and getting away with, or motherfuckers are saying, oh, that's cool, they shunned that shit when it was happening with us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Look at all the shit that other motherfuckers been through. 10 times worse than anything me and Joe could have been through.
Right.
Because that's cool.
Right.
niggas say that's cool, but when it happened to us, it was shun. And niggas,
Right.
oh no. I don't know. I ain't let
Right.
that shit stop me though.
Right.
He ain't
Right.
stopping me. The only thing that fucked Joe shit up when he went to jail.
So elaborate on him going on Joey Jihad going to jail and you, D Jones, you know what I mean, still, you know, falling through, holding shit down with go getters on his back. Elaborate on that.
Had was on the when Had got booked, I wasn't a getter. At that time we wasn't like I just stopped. I fell back. It was and it wasn't really a thing. It was just too many new getters, and
Right.
that wasn't what I wanted. Like that wasn't what I was around for. So I was off that. But the whole time he was doing them DVDs, Joe was on the run. So when shit started to he turned himself in because he had like deals on the table. And they wasn't fucking with him because they don't know what his time looking like. So he had to get that shit started to get that shit over with.
Right.
But that whole time, like, niggas was doing that. Niggas was like, you know how that shit go. Life, you got to keep living. And I just kept pressing my shit.
Right. One thing about Jonesy always knew how to make songs too. Like, you know what I mean? I definitely was, you know, on top of your shit, like back then too. Like you definitely knew how to put shit together song wise and get on the camera and spit 64 bars and shit. Like, you know what I
That's
mean?
the advantage I be having on niggas, bro, because I literally go and fuck Flex up and then go and then fuck Europe up on all stages. Like, niggas can't do that, bro. And not for nothing. If nigga, when y'all get a chance, go tune into What Up Jonesy. And then just listen to what everything everybody else drop. And just tell me how you feel. Like I ain't in the loop. Like I created my own. My shit don't sound like nigga shit. My shit don't sound old. My shit crazy.
Right. Right. So, you know, I mean, before we get off the headshot shit, elaborate on the headshots and Touch Money beef and shit like that. Like, how did you feel during that time?
That was one of the best times of the early days. Like that it was lit. If you wasn't using it right, you a fool. Like I ain't take that shit personal. I ain't give a fuck, bro. On some real shit. When that shit was happening, I was getting to some money. I was moving around how I wanted to. I was still everywhere I wanted to be.
Right.
I ain't care what a nigga said on the DVD. The only time somebody said something and it was like, motherfucker, bro.
Read.
Yeah, listen. I was dealing with a girl that went to IUP.
Right.
Taking her back to school. So, you know, regular rap nigga, Friday night, come up on. I'm banging the come up. This nigga Reed is on the come up. So I'm like, let me see how he sounded on the come up. So I'm tuned in.
Right.
That nigga go, won't you rock with it? Get your shit rock. I said, oh, shit. He said, he talk about you. I said, shit. I'm talking about the minute it broke, you know how the radio, it go, Kev play that shit, it go crazy. Then he go to commercial. The minute he go to commercial, my phone ring. It's Magic. Yo, you listen to the radio? I'm listening to it. Yo, I'm on this nigga head, Jonesy. I'm on this nigga. Yo, at that time, bro, Magic is still, I feel like I'd have bet my money against them on anybody, maybe except for Joe. But